One of my favorite things about the fall is entertaining for Halloween. So today we're going to be making a butternut squash soup with apple relish. I love food and I love to cook. The best stories are shared in the kitchen and at the dinner table. I'm Andrea and these are my Cooktales. Halloween is by far my absolute favorite time of year. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I start celebrating it starting October 1st and I celebrate it until the 31st. And I think it goes back to my childhood memories of my dad. He really liked Halloween a lot. He dressed up a lot. We would always have a lot of fun with him, and that was just a fun memory for me to do that with my brother and with my dad. Now me and my husband like to have dinner parties the week of Halloween, and one of my favorite things to serve for the dinner party is butternut squash soup with apple relish. We're gonna start with our squash, sweet potato, and carrot, and the first thing we're gonna do is take the skin off, and then we're gonna cut them into 1-inch pieces. Then what we're gonna do is put them on a baking sheet, toss them with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and roast them at 425 for about 35 minutes or until they're soft. While the vegetables are roasting, we're gonna heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil into a pot or a Dutch oven. Then you're gonna cook your onion and your celery until soft. So then once our onions and our celery are soft, we're gonna add the garlic and the shallot and then cook for 1 minute or until fragrant. The next step is we're gonna deglaze our pan. You can use apple cider vinegar or apple liqueur for this. I happen to have apple cider vinegar on hand, so that's what I'm gonna use. Then I'm gonna add 6 cups of chicken stock, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, my roasted veggies, and then spices. The right combination of spices can really bring out the fall flavors in a dish. Now that all the veggies and spices are in the pot, we're just gonna blend it together. Once it's all blended together, you're just gonna let it simmer for 30 minutes or more. I like to let mine sit a little bit longer because the longer soup sits, the better it tastes. While it's sitting, you're gonna make your relish. Finely chop up an apple, walnuts, a little bit of red onion, some cranberries, add a little bit of maple syrup, some apple juice, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And just mix it together and you have your apple relish. I taste my soup before I serve it, and if I need to add a little bit more salt, I do so. For a fun fall presentation, I like to use squash to serve my soup in. So what I do is I take little baby squash, I cut the top off, and I scoop all of the insides out. So no squash is left in there and it's just simply a bowl. Now we're just gonna ladle our soup into our squash bowls, top it with apple relish, and then sprinkle with a little drizzle of olive oil. And now you have your butternut squash soup and apple relish. It's so good. It tastes just like fall. I love the taste of the butternut squash soup, but what really rounds it out is the crispiness and the sweetness of the relish. So good, you've got to try it. For details and more stories and recipes, visit andreascooktales.com.